Hey guys, Janice Vaughn, letting your light shine. Thank you all so much for all your likes, comments, subscribes. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. All right, so today I wanted to talk about how the narcissist provokes us to react to them so that they can rage and blame us. Yep, that's what they do. That's what they do. They will pick a fight. They will state something that they know will make you upset or push your button. And then you're going to either say something to defend yourself, or you're going to get upset and you're going to maybe yell back. All right. And then guess what? They start raging. It's your fault that they raged. It's your fault that they raged. Well, if you wouldn't have said this, or if you wouldn't have responded this way, I wouldn't have had to rage at you or yell at you. And one of the things that I experienced all the time was no matter what I would say, no matter if I was calm, if I was even keel, the narcissist always raised his voice. Like, I know why, because he was brought up in a home where it was constant yelling. But you know what? Yelling or talking over me does not work with me. And I told him that on numerous occasions. I'm like, listen, if you're going to yell at me, I'm just not going to listen. Like, I'm going to tune you out totally. So he'd like, well, if you know, I have to yell because you don't listen. And it's like, no, I'm not listening because you're yelling. Like, it's common sense, dude. So there was this concert, and you probably all know him, Scott Stapp of Creed. I love him. He's great. So we had a concert planned. Gosh, I think it was like 2018. He was playing in Eastern Arizona. So it was about a 2.5-hour drive east on the Indian reservation. And so it was, gosh, I don't even know. I think it was like 3 hours before the concert, or before we were supposed to leave for the concert. And we get into this argument, and I knew the moment that I said or reacted to him, or not, you know, whatever I said, provoked him into this beginning stage of rage. Okay. And so at this point I was like, you know what? There's no way in hell I am getting in a car with this man and driving 2.5 hours to see a concert. Okay. Because I can sense the rage is coming. And I knew that I would hear for 2.5 hours that my opinion or my perspective on something, which was obviously different than his, was going to spark this man to go crazy. So it was the last minute, and I said, no, I'm not going. I am absolutely not going. There's no way. I won't do it. And so he hooped and hollered and screamed and cussed and threw shit around and blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you guys, the second he walked out the door, because he went to the concert by himself. I did not accompany him. I just wouldn't do it. There's no way. And I said to myself, thank God I didn't go. The entire ride to the concert, oh my gosh, I can't believe the amount of text messages that I got from this man telling me that I was a worthless piece of shit and I screwed up his night, and how dare I ruin his plans to go see his favorite singer, and blah, blah, blah. You know, at this point, I said, you know what? My phone is going off. Done. Or I don't think I turned it off. I think I just silenced his notifications. But I did not hear about how horrible I was about not going with him. I heard about this probably for 3 or 4 days after. Like, it went on for 4 days. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't stop. I put myself in a position where I said, you know, Janice, you can't go there with this man. You just can't. But he was so angry that I wasn't going there with him. So he lost control of me, okay, which was kudos on my part. But he raged about it for 4 days. And even though I remained calm and I was like, you know what, why are we still talking about this? The concert's over. You went and had a great time. And, you know, I had a wonderful night, man. I was reading a book. I was peaceful. The house was quiet. I mean, it was amazing. I remember that night. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Took a bubble bath, lit some candles, and just was in my Zen moment. but I knew that he was going to blow up my text, and he did. And because it was so far away, and then with the concert and everything, he didn't get home until like 2 or 3 in the morning. And he comes home, and of course the whole banging and trying to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I was awake, but I can't tell you how many times I pretended to be asleep with this man. Either A, so he wouldn't touch me and I had to have sex with him. I didn't want that. But he made it a point to know, hey, I'm home now. I'm back. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So one little concert turned into a 4-day rage with him. I mean, it went on and on and on because I was the horrible person for not going with him. So apparently I made him look bad because he showed up at some concert solo. So people go to concerts all the time solo. What's your problem? But I'm just telling you, they are going to set you up for a rage in the second you respond. So I started to learn that if I'm going to respond to him, no matter what I say is not going to be good enough for him. And it took me probably a lot of years. Gosh, it was about 4 years into the relationship. So the last 2 years is when I really started recognizing, all right, Janice, you've got to really, really listen to what he's saying. And it's really crazy if you think about it, that you have to think about what they say, okay? And you have to like take every perspective of what they're really trying to say. Are they sugarcoating it? Are they trying to manipulate you? Are they trying to ask it in different ways? Because you don't want to respond in a way that's going to then provoke them to rage at you, because then you're going to be blamed for it. It's madness. I felt like I was in a freaking crazy house. I did. And, so I started really recognizing how he was asking me questions and stuff. And I learned that short answers were the best. I also learned that not giving more information, to be honest with you guys, it was like you're on trial. Okay. It's like you're, you know, you always say when you answer questions in a trial, I tell my clients this all the time, don't answer more than the question. Just answer the question. Yes or no. Don't go on and on and on. Like, just don't. But he made me feel like I had to be that person on trial and not say more than I should have said, because it would just backfire against me. And then he would turn it against me, and then it would rage, and it would be this 5-day thing. And oh my God, it was the craziness of it all is just nuts. So if you guys are going and you're having conversations with a narcissist that turns into a 4-day rage, oh my gosh, brace yourself. Just get out. Please get out. Oh my gosh, please get out. This is so unhealthy. I have had so many healthy relationships since, well, I've had them the whole time. I guess I just didn't recognize them, but more so now that he's gone. I mean, my friendships with people and close friends and loved ones that I just adore with all my might, none of these conversations happen. I have not had any bantering conversations in the last, oh my gosh, it's 11 months now, almost a year. I'm so excited. I can't wait till March 7th, you guys. I'm having the biggest party ever. You have no idea. And none of these relationships that I've had have been crazy like they have been with a narcissist. And it just makes me realize, looking back, how nutty it was. And the reason I wanted to share that with you is because I want you guys to recognize that when we're in the chaos of the narcissistic relationship, we believe that it's normal to banter and yell and talk back and all this crap, okay? Even if it's a one-sided thing, whereas the narcissist is the one yelling and talking back to you. But we feel trapped and we don't see the healthiness of it because it's not a healthy relationship. But the moment that you escape the narcissistic relationship and start being around more people that do have and promote healthy relationships, you're going to see how disgusting the relationship with a narcissist really is. It's awful. It's terrible. And I see so much now, and I just want you guys to understand, you're not going to see it when you're in the relationship. Yes, you can call your friends, you can call your families, you can go have lunch with your girlfriends, you can go have lunch with your guy friends, whatever. And that's going to be great for a 2-hour block of time, but you're not out of it because you still have to go back home to it, or back to work to it, or back to a living situation where you're in that. Okay. So it's going to feel good for those 2 hours, but But I can promise you it's going to be so much better when you're away from it permanently. You have no idea how much healthier it is to be away from these people. You guys, oh my gosh, I'm gonna speak on that so much moving forward, because I didn't see it either. I kept justifying that, well, it's healthy, it's just, bad day, whatever. No, it's not healthy at all. It's so not healthy at all. If you're feeling the anxiety and you're feeling your blood boil and you're feeling your blood pressure rise and all of that, that's not healthy. When you're around people that are loving and kind, oh my gosh, your heart just melts and you are just all smiles and you are just at peace, like in general peace. And then you start recognizing that when you're around those kind of people, that doesn't feel good, I'm backing off. But when you're in it, you don't feel it. So start getting away from it more and more if you can, okay? I have this sweet lady that has emailed me, and I'm working with her directly to help her get away a little bit more, giving her ideas on how she can spend more time away from the narcissist. And bless her heart, she's already seeing some amazing signs of how much she's learning her own self-worth again, because she's starting to spend less and less time with the narcissist. I know it's not easy for everybody, I know that. But even if you take an extra 5 minutes a day to do something other than being around the narcissist, start doing these little blocks of time, because you're going to start getting your strength back and feeling your self-worth and who you are again. Okay? Because they want to destroy us, but they're not going to. We won't let them. All right? All right, you guys. Thank you all so much. Love and light to all of you. And I'm still getting over this crap, but I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. I'll probably do many more videos this weekend. I kind of took it easy this week. So, all right, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you.